hope you get some benefit out of my video today. It's all around motivation and talking about why it doesn't always last so long and how we can actually put some strategies into place to make sure that it stays around for a lot longer than your first 2-3 weeks. Alrighty, so motivation. Motivation never lasts. It only lasts for so long. And you'll find the motivation or the momentum of motivation really starts to kick in after you actually start something. So as I said, we're going to talk through some strategies about how we can help you to keep motivated, to stay motivated long after the initial, 2-week period and right into the future to have you hitting your goals and keep at them or staying at them. Alrighty, and long after your motivation starts to wane. Alrighty, because it happens to all of us. It's natural. Your motivation is not going to stay around. It's not going to be there 100% of the time, all of the time. And I get that. I know it. I mean, it happens to me too. So it's natural not to be there all of the time. Alrighty, so why is it that when we start up a new program, health program, fitness program, it can be any program that we first start up, we're all excited, we're all gung-ho at the start, we go all in, and then it comes to, you get to, I'm going to do this, I'm so excited to do that, that momentum really starts to kick in, and then we get to the point. And we all recognize that we've all been there. We get to the point where all of a sudden the excuses start to roll in. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do it later. I'll just skip this one session. I couldn't be bothered doing meal prep on the weekend, so I'm just going to go out and get a whole heap of takeaway for dinner, or eat takeaway all day today because I haven't prepped any food. Alrighty, so the excuses then start to roll in. Whereas in the first couple of weeks, we were dedicated, we were motivated. So what's the difference? Alrighty, why? Why is it? Now, the reason why is because we have not established why it is you started in the first place. So you haven't actually gone back to that question and you haven't asked yourself the question, why? What is your why? So when I talk about your why, I'm talking about the reason for doing this. Because every time that you falter, and you will, I can guarantee you will, as I said right at the start, motivation doesn't stick around forever. We need some other drivers that are going to help us to stay the course. So each time you falter, you need something to come back to. Alrighty, why? And you need to revisit this question. Why did I start in the first place? Alrighty, there was something that prompted you to start this program, something that prompted you to sign up to this challenge. What is it that led you to make that decision? And whatever that is, that's what you need to keep going back to. Because if you're just relying on the motivation of I've got to do this and I've got to do that, you are going to go nowhere pretty fast. Alrighty, and you're going to give up way too soon than what you really should and what you actually deserve to. So we need to go back to why you started and why it's so important to you. Alrighty, so 2 things that I commonly hear when I'm talking to parents about why their goals, is I want to lose weight and I want to get back to my pre-baby body. That's dads included. Dads say that too. And number 2 is I want to get healthy because I've let myself go because of the kids. So you want to get healthy. That's fantastic because you're actually wanting to obtain something. So that's a really positive type of statement in that sense. However, I want to lose weight. Already, that's quite a negative connotation around it, and it's not very motivating. You want to lose something. Nobody necessarily wants to lose anything. We might want to discard our weight and never find it again. Cool, but we don't want to lose anything. And it's also a very open-ended question. Alrighty, so there's no specifics to that. So why is it that you want to lose weight? Why is it that you want to get healthy? And we can relate this to anything that we have in our life. So absolutely anything in our life and any goal that we might have. So you need to establish your why. Alrighty, and especially when it comes to things that are going to take some commitment and they're going to take some dedication, and it's a pretty big deal. And I can guarantee you that your health is the biggest deal that there is. Alrighty, it's super important to you. And we want to be looking after our health when we're in a position to be well and that we are well enough to look after our health. Because so think about investing the time and the energy into your wellness now, as opposed to being forced to have to spend the time and the energy when you're ill or when you're unwell, when you're from a hospital bed. Nobody wants to spend the time and the energy then. I'd rather invest my energy and my time into my wellness right now to be able to be the healthiest and the best version that I can be. Because simply having that goal of what you want to achieve, it's not going to motivate you for very long. And there's always a deeper reason as to why we want what we want. And it's your job to uncover that deeper reason. Alrighty, so straight into it in the sense of what can we do? What strategies can we put into place to actually keep that motivation going? So and let's set you up for success right from the start. Alrighty. So ask yourself the question why, and be completely honest with yourself and get emotional about it. Because if you're not getting emotional about your goal, is it really that important to you? When you have a goal that you really want to achieve, it should kind of make your heart beat a little bit faster. It should almost bring tears to your eyes type of thing. You get super excited, super emotional about it. You have those feelings around it. And so if your goal is not, evoking those feelings within you, is it really your goal? And you want to ask yourself why a number of times. Alrighty, so at the very minimum, 5 times. So if your goal is to lose weight, for example, well, why do you want to lose weight? Because I want to feel better about myself. Okay, so you're not feeling good about yourself now. So what does feeling better about yourself, what's that going to bring you? Why do you want to feel better about yourself? Well, I'm not feeling confident now at the moment to, wear that cute little dress that I just bought. Okay, cool. So we're delving a little bit deeper here. So why don't you want to, or what's stopping you from, wearing that cute dress? I don't feel confident. Alrighty, so it seems like we've uncovered your true goal here. So your goal then is to increase your self-confidence. Your main goal is not to lose weight as such. Your goal is to increase your self-confidence. Yes, hitting that goal of losing weight may will bring out your self-confidence. But if you just focus on, I just want to lose weight, that is not going to drive you towards actually achieving your goal and putting in the work when you need to put in the work. Because getting to your goals is going to be hard. I'll guarantee that right now. It's a hard journey. It's not easy. However, having the right support there will make that journey easier. So you actually knowing your real why, your actual goal, so increasing your self-confidence, that's going to drive you towards, doing that hard stuff a lot more than just thinking about losing weight. Alrighty, so it's super important that you delve into your why and find that emotional reason. Alrighty, so right now, actually, I want you guys to grab a pen and paper because I want you to do an activity, because we actually I want you to be able to write things down here. So writing things down is actually really the psychology behind it is really going to help to connect that, your goals and what you want, and connect it to your heart in that space as well. If you're on, say hello. Hi, Josh, I can see you there. How are you? Alrighty, so we need to take action on this. So as I said, get your pen and paper and actually write your goal down. So to be able to ask the question why, first up, we need to actually have a goal to ask why to. Alrighty. And 5% of people that are watching this will actually take action. So action is what's going to see you move forward to actually achieve your results. Because you can watch all the videos that you like, you can do all of the physical training sessions that you like, but that motivation will wane. And doing physical training sessions, that's hard. It's hard work on our body, hard work on our minds. So if we don't have that emotional driver, that emotional reason, then you are going to lose the motivation when things start to get hard. Alrighty, and the people that succeed are the ones that take action. So write down your goal and ask yourself why, at the very minimum 5 times, and be really honest with yourself there. Honor yourself in that space to delve deeper and to find out why. Alrighty, so by taking action then on what you want to achieve, you're not going to then feel, oh, why is, once your motivation goes, why is this happening to me again? Like, this always happens to me. And the reason is because you're not taking action on that. Alrighty, so let's make this the last time that it happens to you. Alrighty, so let's take action. So once we've written down our goals, we want to make sure that they're super specific. Alrighty, so if it's a goal of weight loss, let's just say your goal is to lose weight. If you are just saying, I want to lose weight, that's not specific enough. Alrighty, so how much weight? And if it's your goal is to get healthier, then how will you know if you're getting healthier? Will that fall under that you've stopped your late night eating? Will it be that you're now sleeping better? Will it be that you've got more energy in the morning? So how are you going to know, how you actually are getting healthier? Alrighty, so I want you to be super, super specific when it comes to your goals in that space. And if it's a lose weight goal, then how much weight do you want to lose? And then once we've got our specific goals, we want to then put into place some measurables to then determine that we are getting healthier. So what measurables can we put in place there? So if your goal is to get healthier, are you going to track your heart rate? Are you going to take blood pressure measurements on a regular occurrence? Are you going to track what your resting heart rate is? Those few things can then help you to track whether you're getting healthier or not. Because the one thing that is actually going to help with motivation in this space and to help you to move forward is you actually seeing progress. Alrighty, so when you can track something, and we can only measure something if we manage it. Alrighty, so what we measure, we can then manage in that space. We can see what's going wrong, what's going right. Alrighty, so when we can manage something, then we can see our results and we can see progress. And progress is going to help us and propel us forward in that space as well. Alrighty, and so if your goal is then to lose weight, are you tracking then your body fat percentage? Are you going to track your muscle mass? Alrighty, so again, these figures, these numbers are going to help show you that you're making progress in that space. And progress is going to help us to continue to move forward once that motivation starts to drop. Alrighty, so what is it that you're putting in place to actually track and manage that you're staying on track? Alrighty. Now, once we've got our measurables in place as well, we want to make sure that our goals are attractive. They're attainable for us. Alrighty, because we could have a big goal of lose 20 kilos, for example, and that's quite fine. However, because we can set that big goal. However, if we don't have those smaller goals in to hit along the way, then it can become quite overwhelming. Like a figure of 20 kilos, I want to lose 20 kilos. Wow, that's actually really overwhelming, and it can demotivate us right then and there. However, what smaller achievable goals can you set up along the way so that you keep your motivation rolling forward? So it could be a case of your big goal is that lose 20 kilos. However, for the first month, we're going to have a smaller goal of losing 4 kilos. Then the next month, another goal of losing 4 kilos. So you being able, so let me take it back. We're trying to then train our brain in that sense because our brain is looking for rewards. It's looking for that dopamine rush to keep us moving forward. Alrighty, so what smaller goals can you set in place to keep hitting along the way towards your bigger, the bigger goal? So 4 kilos per month, that's going to keep you motivated to then hit that 20 kilos by the end. Alrighty. And we need to make it fun. Like, seriously, what I want you to then do is actually think about what are the things that you find fun. So if your goal is to lose weight, what type of movement do you want to add or, enhance in your life that's going to be fun? If you like hiking, then fantastic. If you like dancing, great. You could be someone that just loves to hit the gym, put on your headphones and lift heavy weight. That's okay too. Or maybe you like to work out together with friends. Whatever it is that you find fun, you need to do more of that. Alrighty? Because then you're more likely to stick with your goal to move you forward to then hit, or more likely, to stick with that program or with that exercise to then hit your goal. And in all honesty, why would you invest your time? Our time is so precious. So why would you invest your time in doing something that you don't enjoy? Because you're not going to stick with it and you're not going to hit your goal. And life is way too short for you to be doing a lot of stuff that you don't like to do. We're only on this planet for a short amount of time. Why would you invest time into doing something that you don't enjoy doing? Alrighty, so once we've worked out what we're going to do, we want to put a timeline on this goal. So even if you don't achieve the full goal, working towards it with a timeline in place, you will achieve part of it. And we always want to reward ourselves for those small accomplishments and hitting those smaller goals along the way. And, along that timeline can be your little mini goals as well. So let's just go back to that 20 kilo goal. You want to lose 20 kilos. So let's just say we've put a time on it of 6 months. Alrighty. So if you were just to say to yourself, I want to lose 20 kilos in 6 months, that's huge and that's quite overwhelming and it's not motivating at all, to be quite honest. I don't find that motivating whatsoever. However, if I then put into place, okay, over the first month, I'm going to lose 4 kilos. Then the next month, I'm going to, work on losing 4 kilos again. Other things that we can then also focus on is some of those behaviors that actually lead to that fat loss. So a mini goal could be that you're going to add more vegetables to every meal that you have over the space of that month. In the second month, you might look at increasing your water intake. For the third month, you might look at and work on going to bed 20 minutes earlier each night so that you can get in your quality sleep. So those 3 things are going to have much bigger effect leading towards your bigger goal of losing 20 kilos. And there's small mini goals that you can be working on each and every month to propel you forward to reach that bigger goal. Alrighty, so that's what we want to set up. Little mini goals that help you to reach that bigger goal. Because you hitting those little mini goals along the way, going back to, as I said, the progress, it's going to show you progress. And that progress is going to keep you moving forward. Alrighty, so going back to your why, your reason for doing this. So if your reason is not big enough, if it's not emotional enough for you, then I'm sorry to say, but you're not going to last 5 seconds working towards it. If there's no emotional driver behind your why, you're going to You're going to give up way too soon. Alrighty. And then you're not going to be motivated to get there. So you're going to give up way too soon. And then the guilt will start to kick in here. And we want to avoid this process and this vicious cycle that you go through, the self-criticism, the self-sabotage. What's wrong with me? Why can't I achieve my goals? I never achieve them. Don't do that to yourself. You're worth more than that. You're worth more than the continual rat race and that continual cycle of going in and out of dieting and in and out of exercise and health programs. You want to set something up that's achievable for you and sustainable for your lifestyle, because our health is a lifestyle. It's not just a 6-month thing. You don't just do the work for 6 months and then, I got to my goals, or I didn't, and I give up. This is you. This is your health. This is important. You are worth investing the time, the effort, and yes, the money into. However, there is a lot of things that we can do to stay healthy and get healthy and hit our goals without spending a whole heap of money. However, remembering the best project you'll ever work on is you, and you are your best investment. So any money or time or energy, because it's not just a monetary thing, it's time and energy, anything that you invest into yourself is never wasted, never wasted. So once we've got our goal in place, next I want you to ask yourself how you're going to feel when you achieve this goal. So is it that you're going to feel more empowered? Are you going to feel more confident? You're going to feel more social? Where are you going to go? Who are you going to go out with? What is going to be different when you achieve this goal? And I want you to delve really deep into this because we want to get that feeling state. We want to get you really excited. So I want you to wave that magic wand just for a second here and visualize yourself 6 months down the track, and how are you going to feel once you achieve the goal that you've got? Alrighty, because if we can then relate to that visualization and how we're going to feel, that's going to help enhance our journey and keep us motivated along the way. And we're going to be a lot more successful then if we can visualize and if we can picture how we're going to look by the time, our 6 months gets up, or our 12 months, by the time we hit that 12-month mark. How are you going to feel? Alrighty. Because that also, the visualization is what's going to help you to, or help to propel you forward on the days that it gets really hard and the days that you just want to hide under your doona because it's too cold to get out of bed. That visualization of how you feel, that's going to help you to get out of bed, alrighty, and help you to stay motivated. So we've just written down how we're going to feel at the end. So now, what I want you to do, I want you to go the opposite way, alrighty? So I want you to write down how you feel, or how you will feel if you don't get your goal. So if you give up too soon, or you don't get there, are you going to feel disappointed? Are you going to feel defeated? Are you going to feel sad, angry? Are you going to feel like you feel right now? And how you're feeling right now about it is not nice. It's not a nice place to be in. Alrighty, so which one is actually going to drive you forward, and which one is actually going to move you into action? And what we normally find is what moves us into action is the pain. Alrighty, so the not feeling good, the feeling of disappointment, the way we're feeling right now, the feeling of being defeated. Alrighty, usually it's the pain that moves us forward, and because we don't want to feel like the way that we're feeling now. We don't want to. It doesn't feel good for us. What we want is to feel the way that we just wrote down when we actually achieve our goal, that feeling of achievement, that feeling of accomplishment, the more empowered, more confident. That's how we want to feel. So pain will push us into the action. Alrighty. So I want to touch just a little bit on roadblocks right now, because things are going to come up in our journey. Life happens. Life is, there's challenges, there's changes, things come up as we go through life. And so when I talk about, roadblocks, I'm meaning, so what challenges or what obstacles are going to come up when you are trying to achieve your goals? Because if we can put a contingency plan in place at the start, you're more likely to be successful. So we want to name, or we want to jot down the things that are going to hold us back, the obstacles that are going to come up. Alrighty. And then next to that, how are we going to overcome that? Alrighty. So we want to plan for the worst case scenario, everything that could possibly go wrong, and then have a plan in there for what we can do to overcome it. And that is going to equal success. So for example, we might have, no food for lunch, at work, no food for lunch because we didn't meal prep over the weekend. We just couldn't be bothered meal prepping. So really, there's a couple of options of what we could do. We could go down to the corner store or the corner deli and get ourselves a big burger. That's one option. Or what we could do is also go down to Coles, get ourselves a tin of tuna or, whatever meat sauce that you really like, maybe some sliced chicken or anything like that, together with a prepackaged salad, mix it all together and have that for our lunch. Now, is that the best option for you? No, it's probably not the best option. However, if your goal is to lose weight, lose fat, then it's going to be a better option than the burger. Alrighty. So from here, what are you going to do each day and each week for 4 weeks to move you towards your goals? Alrighty, so it takes 21 days to create good habits and to break bad habits. So 21 days minimum. And that 28-day period, the 4 weeks, so that really helps to then just solidify that new habit. Alrighty, so 4 weeks is long enough that it's helping you to solidify and really, make that habit regular and consistent for you, yet not be too overwhelming. The time is not too overwhelming. Alrighty, so we need to plan something. Remember, action beats inaction all of the time. And failing to plan is then planning to fail. So in summary, the most important thing that you need to have to keep you motivated is that real reason why. So your driver, your motivation is going to be dictated by that emotional drive, that emotional reason as to why you're doing what you're doing. So do the activity, guys. It's super, super important in that space. Alrighty. Because you want to know why and what is driving you to do what you're doing. Alrighty. Now, if you need some support with any of this or all of this moving forward, the motivation, setting up your goals, the training, the support, our latest 12-week mind, body, and lifestyle challenge starts next week. So reach out, find out some more information, see if we're the right fit going forward. Alternatively, we also have a 28-day challenge where you can just try us out to see if we are the right fit in that space. Because we help parents to become the healthiest and best version that they can be. And we provide all the support you need to get there and to stay there. Alrighty. So, as I say, motivation, it will come, it will go, but what we want to do is be able to put those strategies in place to really help you to keep that motivation for longer and to really find the reason why you're doing this. And I mean, we often think that motivation is something that, we're supposed to have a whole heap of, before we get started into something. Now, we're going to have motivation. Yes, that's what, will make us maybe sign up to a program and all the rest of it. However, it's actually starting that program that allows the motivation to keep going and that momentum to get up, get rolling, and really allow the rest of the process to flow so much easier. Alrighty. So write down your reason why, delve deep into that, guys. Stay motivated. If you need any help, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you. If you found some value in my video today, I really appreciate your time. So hit the like button, give me a thumbs up. Send me some love if you found something that resonated with you and you found it really beneficial and you're going to pop those processes and those strategies into place. If you have any questions, please let me know. Pop them in the comments below. I'd love to help you out in that, or with any of your questions there. Otherwise, stay motivated. Spit my words out. Stay motivated. Have the best day. Peace.